attack. Okay, so then what you do, again, you position your troops as you would. However, you know, the same thing, you know, push the catapults forward, have them hitting the keep and as far forward as they can, surround your archers, make that all look the same, all the attacks look the same, because they're all going to hit at the same time. Okay, and basically that's what you want to do. And then you say launch attack, and what you want to do is you say vandalize, whatever you're choosing to do. I'll choose vandalize in this case, and I'll say go, but I wouldn't click yes yet. I'd get this option up here, but I don't click yes yet. Okay, then I pull this this clock out. Okay, and when that clock hits 1 minute, sorry, when that clock hits 1 hour 11 minutes and 37 seconds, it could be, I would say add 5 seconds to this time to account for server lag, to make sure your armies are synced up, because if you don't add that 5 seconds, it gets a bit difficult in the end. So add 5 seconds to 37, so that makes it 42. So 1 hour 11 minutes and 42 seconds I want to click yes. Okay, so when this number here goes 1 hour 11 minutes 42, you click yes. Because I've got a bit of time before I have to set up this army, I'm just going to do a few quick other things just to show you, but that's what you do. Okay, 1 hour 11 minutes 42 seconds, I would click yes. Okay, the only exception to that is your captain. Okay, and then you click at exactly 45 minutes and 20 seconds, you click yes, because you want your captain a few seconds behind your army anyway. If you click it 5 seconds beforehand, there's a chance that the captain army and that could arrive before your armies, which is dumb. So you attack with your captain on the actual time. Everything else, send it 5 seconds earlier, okay, after the initial one, just to account for server lag. Okay, so, or if you want to be really dangerous, 3 seconds earlier, something like that. But there's the chance, the potential for it to stuff up. So 5 seconds is usually pretty good. So yeah, so I'll do that. I'll set that up in a bit. But before that, I'll just show you one thing that you probably should be doing with your villages. Like you can see in my other village too. Just lots of building of weapons. If you're not building weapons, you should be building weapons. Okay, should be producing lots, and all have your catapults and have it positioned at the base or at the top. I think it does the same amount, but not the sides. You get less for it. The only thing I can think of is in terms of defense. If you're building in castles, build it with like 3 or you can actually fit 4 walls. See how you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You can fit 4 if you build it correctly. But the main thing is if you're protecting your front door a little bit more than the sides, that's what tends to get attacked more frequently. I'm just playing around and positioning a few different catapults, ballistas in different areas, just to see what works and what doesn't. But yeah, so that's all I can really tell you about it. What I'll do is I'll stop it here, and then after I've sent all the attacks, I'll start it up again so you can see how they're all going to line up in time and how they're going to merge on that one place, just so you can see what I mean when I'm talking about timed attacks. Alright, I'll catch you back in a bit. One thing I forgot to mention when I was just talking about before is these attacks people tend to do focusing on ballistas. It's just a waste of time. Like I see people, they might get all their catapults targeting over here on the side with all the guard houses with all the ballistas, and it's a waste of time because ballistas and guard houses just get rebuilt quite quickly, particularly when people try to card. And the thing is, there's no point, because if you go in there and your whole focus, 2 attacks of your focus is to clear out ballistas, then that's 2 attacks worth of how many catapults you've lost. And ballista's job is to destroy catapults, so if you've lost 2 attacks worth of catapults anyway, and you've lost troops and everything in the process of just trying to get catapults down, it's done its job. 2 attacks, 3 attacks at most is what you'll lose. If you knock down the front wall, then the following ones, your timed attacks, will all capture and raze it. So you've effectively wasted all these catapults and stuff they can rebuild anyway, so it's really pointless don't bother going for catapults and stuff, just go straight for the keep. Just setting up this other attack at the moment. Might be a little while yet before I get back to the other thing. The other thing I can talk to you about is this time calculator that I've got here. This is a pretty good time calculator. I'll leave the link to it as well. So if for instance I wanted something to go faster, so if I wanted the Echo West, for instance, if I originally wanted to be a lot quicker than that, all you do is you'd pop that in there. So it's 1 hour 29 minutes, so 1 hour 29 minutes and 48 seconds, because it's a time calculator, this one, so it makes it easy on your brain. So let's just say I'm going to divide that by 2, because I might use a ×2 card to make it go quicker. Oops, what did I do there? Screw that, let's try that again. 1 hour 29, 1 hour 29, 46 divided by 2. Yeah, so it'd be 44 minutes and 53 seconds. Okay, so if I use the ×2 card, or you can click right back on that number again to get the same one and say divide it by 3, and it'll say okay, so it'd be 29 minutes and 55 seconds if I was going to use a ×3 card. Okay, so I could have put it in there somewhere and it would have been a little bit more timed, if you like easier to get off that shorter attacks without him knowing about it. I'm banking on this guy being offline and being a scrub, so I'm just going to attack him. But if you're worried that the person will come on soon or something like that, yeah, then you can use your speed cards and do like this. You know, you get your attacks lined up as closely together as possible, so you might be able to send all your attacks within half an hour. You know, that could be 8 attacks if you're really good, and that would be pretty awesome. And there's no real chance of them stopping that. So that's just a little good tool to use anyway. So I've got to keep an eye on my watch here because I don't know what time it is. So I've still got 5 minutes to set up this attack before I have to set that one off. So yeah, I better get back to it though. So again, don't forget about this little hole that the peasant comes out of. If you leave it alone, it will come down and wipe out your catapults and you will cry, trust me. When you lose huge amounts of catapults to them just because you didn't see the peasant thing, it really hurts you. So I push these catapults a little bit more forward because I figure I can. But again, I tend to lock my pikes in no matter what. The only exception to the rule for that is the captain. When I send the captain's army, I have all the pikes up the front. Why? Because by that time you've knocked down the whole wall. It's arriving a second or two after the armies anyway. Not enough for them to do anything to respond about it. But you want the pikemen getting into that keep as fast as possible. So you position all your pikemen up the front and follow it up with the archers. So yeah, so once I've got all that ready to go, I'm going to click Vandalize this time, and I'm going to click Go. So I'm going to get that ready, okay? And then I'm just going to, I don't need the time calculator, Stopwatch. And I like to have my little notepad up too, particularly if I'm having lots of timed attacks, like within 2-3 minutes apart type things. I know that I've got to work quickly, so I want to know where my next vassal is that I have to go looking for immediately after I leave this screen. But yeah, I've got another heaps of time after that. So after I send this army, I'll go get myself a drink or two, then come back. But yeah, I'm not going to leave you watching this for 3 minutes. I'll send it, and I'll send all the other armies too, and then again I'll show you the final result. Okay, so remember what I said though, I'll send this army, maybe I'll video tap myself sending this army, the Echo North army, but I'll do that a bit close to the time. Alright. Radio, I'm just going to show you this army. Remember what I said before about the Echo North, is that we want to send it 5 seconds before that, so 1 hour 11 minutes and 42 seconds. So at 42 seconds, 1 hour 11 minutes 42, I'll be sending it. So watch it, put my finger on the button, ready to go, 42 sent, okay? Right? Okay, so now I'm going to watch. So where did I send that one from? I sent that one from Echo North, and the other one I sent from Echo West. So yeah, so the Echo West one is arriving there in 1 hour 11:28. And when the computer stops shitting itself, or the server stops shitting itself and actually sends this army, you'll see that they'll be lined up exactly, like within a second, okay? Or hopefully within a second or two. That's the aim. So I'm going 5 seconds for the server lag, and that's what I'm hoping is right. 1 hour, 11 minutes and 59, 58, 57. So this is my north one, and the other one is a second ahead of it. A second, so that's 50 seconds. That's 50 seconds now. So they're within 2 seconds of each other. Okay? But if you stick with that 5 second rule, then all of them will be lined up this one anyway. So this one here will hit just a second after it, but that's not going to make a difference. Not a difference at all, okay? So within 1 second, that's perfectly acceptable. Okay, so I'm going to do all the other ones, and then at the end you'll see them all converging on here. You'll have like 5 targets, or like all about to hit this at one go, which means he can't do anything. Whatever's on his wall at that particular time, he has to defend with. Alright? Okay. Sorry, I'm back, guys. I just want to show one other thing that I hadn't shown you yet, and that's the setup of your captain army. So I've got just less than a minute now to do it. So what you want to do is make sure you have that captain on delay. Okay, that's the delay one. Don't click any other one. I fucking did a bad research point there. You don't really need that sort of piece of crap. So you put the delay one and you max the delay up to 200, okay? Position your troops how you want them, you know, pikemen at the front for the final attack, okay? Get your stopwatch back up there, launch the attack, sorry, as raze, click go, but don't click yes yet. Have your thing going. And remember how I said we do it exactly on the 20 seconds, so 45, 32, so when we get to 20 seconds exactly, or maybe a second before, click yes. So 45, 20, I'm going to click yes, 21, 22, 20, gone. Right, so that should be lined up. I'll show you the other attacks and then the final assault, what happens. Okay, bye.